Fourth grade, Miss Carson here. I hope you guys had a great week, and it was short, so that was kind of nice. You only had 4 days of work, and I hope you are looking forward to this lovely weekend ahead. We are going to jump right in and get started with week 11. So before we get started, I wanted to share with you a little bit about my week. So I did have a Zoom this week, and I did see many of your faces, and it was wonderful. On my Zoom, I read this story, Dear Black Boy, one of my favorite illustrations of any book ever. It's really good. It is written sort of as little strips, almost like it's glued in. Highly recommend it. It was in my classroom library all year, but I don't think many of you got a chance to read it. So look it up, order, read. Great book, especially for current events that are happening in the news right now, okay? And then I am reading two autobiographies. So one on Michelle Obama. I hope you guys know who that is. It's right here. It's called Becoming. It's pretty big, so I'm not super far in yet. It's taken me a little while, but I'm going to keep trekking along with that. And then I'm reading an autobiography on Dennis Rodman, amazing defensive player. So I am reading his autobiography right now. I did want to share with you guys a few book recommendations that I had recommended to me by the lovely Fetch family. I am going home this week for Rosabelle. If you guys remember, she's my niece. For her birthday. She is this one right here. She's going to be 7, and she's already reading chapter books. So I took the recommendations of Ellie and her mom, and I went ahead and bought 3 books from the book series, Pages and Company. It's called The Book Wanderers. So if you guys are into sort of like fantasy, from what I hear about this, this little girl essentially goes into her stories and explores. So I thought that was pretty cool. Here's another one for it called The Lost Fairy Tales. I'm assuming she's going to dive into some fairy tales. And then I also got this book recommendation from Ellie's mother. So shout out to the Fetch family again. I am giving Rosabelle this book. This is called Adventure Girls. Ellie told me about it, and what it has in it is a bunch of different projects. So you can learn how to do magic tricks, make a balloon dog, how to grow plants in a garden. So I thought this was a really cool book, especially for my niece, because right now you guys are stuck kind of bored, and this gives you lots of projects. If you do not like the girls part, if you are one of my handsome gentlemen in our class, I'm sure they have a boys version of this, so go ahead and look it up. Okay, we are gonna get started. So, first things first, we had our challenge question winners. Last week, the first challenge question was, what is the author's purpose of the passage, Plant Adaptations? So I would have reread that passage. So the first thing I did is I looked at what is author's purpose, and I immediately think of PIE, persuade, inform, entertain. What is the author's purpose of this passage? Are they entertaining us with information? Are they informing us with information? Are they persuading us to do anything? So they are informing us. They're giving us information. So you had to read through the answer choices and select the right one, which was C, to tell the reader information about plant adaptations. There was another inform answer choice, which was D, which was to inform the reader about ways they can help to keep plants safe. Yes, it says inform, but are we learning about how to keep plants safe in that passage? We are not. Good. So C is the correct answer. All the people that got the correct answers were Brian Tweed, Luca Fernandez, Eric Kraus, and Fareed. So great job to you guys. You all got the correct answers. Now, the 2 friends that got prizes for that answer were Fareed and Brian. So I hope you guys enjoyed your goodie bags yesterday. I did drop them by. So you had to write essays last week. I believe you finished them on Tuesday. So all you had to do is go on in and submit your final copies to me. So Luca and Avonlea, I am so proud of you guys. Huge round of applause for them, everybody. Their essays were both phenomenal. Wonderful job, guys. But the winner of those essays was Avonlea. So Avonlea, it was lovely seeing you yesterday. I hope you enjoyed your prize bag, and great job to all of you who participated. All right, we are going to dive in to go over our packets. So day 1, Memorial Day, Monday, no school, yay, moving on. Day 2, Tuesday, you had to read the story What's for Breakfast and annotate while you're reading. In my key, which you should have up on your computer right now as you're watching my video, I have copied and pasted the How to Annotate Text Guide just for help. So you should have read and annotated. Then you had to complete a theme chart. Before we get into that, I want you thinking about, what is theme? Theme is the heart of the story, the lesson we take away. Okay, so you had to read the story and decide what the theme is. Some of yours may have been a little different than mine, which is totally fine. But I do want you to go in, read the answer key, decide if you agree, if you disagree with my theme, that's totally fine. Just ask me questions and I will explain. Read my theme and then the 3 evidence points that I listed for why I chose that theme. Your short answer for Tuesday was to write a paragraph pretending that you are Miranda, the sister, and explain why she put oatmeal in her backpack. Oatmeal is the cat, so I am not going to give you answers for short answer questions. Email me if you would like feedback. Day 3, Wednesday, you were supposed to reread, because good readers reread. So reread it, and then you were to fill out a cause and effect chart. So, thinking way back, guys, what question do you ask yourself when you are looking for the cause? Okay, and what question do you ask yourself when you are looking for the effect? Good. So, for cause, you're going to ask yourself, why? And for effect, you're going to ask yourself, what? So, for an example, Bronca was just in my room, whining, whimpering, barking. I want to know the cause. So what question do I ask? Why? Why was Bronca barking and whining? Well, I went in my room, I looked out the window, and I saw that there was a dog walking by with its owner. So the cause of Bronca whining and barking in my room was there was a dog walking by. I asked myself why, and I figured out the cause. Now, what's the effect of that dog walking by? I'm asking what. So we're looking for the effect. What was the effect? She was barking and whining in my room. I know you guys got that down easy. You did great with it at school. So I want you to go ahead, go into my answer key, and look at what causes and what effects I have listed for that story. Your short answer was to write an explanation of what causes Daniel to smile at the end of the story. And you had to use evidence. Grab your magnifying glass, look into that text, and find your evidence. I'm not going to go over that. If you want me to look at it, go ahead and email it to me. Day 4, Thursday, you were going to read Sean and Speedy Snail and annotate while you read. So again, if you have the key in front of you, you will notice that I have listed a picture of how to annotate that text. And then after that, you are doing the same that you did for What's for Breakfast. You are completing a theme chart for the snail story. So you can go into my answer key, look at the theme I wrote, and the 3 points to support the evidence. Your short answer was to write a paragraph pretending that you are Sean. What would you have done? Why or why not? Write to explain what you would have done and why. Send it to me if you want me to look at it, okay? And then Friday, more cause and effect. You had to go in and find some causes and effects that took place in the Sean the Speedy Snail story, okay? Easy week. If you guys have any questions regarding cause and effect and theme, I would be happy to do a one-on-one Zoom with you next week. So reach out to me if you need that. All right, drum roll please. We have our week 11 challenge question. There is only one question this week, which means that the first 3 correct answers I receive in response to this question, commented below, will get a prize delivered to their house next Thursday. Read the following line from the story, What's for Breakfast? Maybe if you hadn't set a precedent so many times, you wouldn't get blamed for wrecking the house. The question is, what do you think Miranda meant by this? Explain in your own words. So guys, comment your answer below on the YouTube video, and I am going to see you all next week. Great job this week, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.
Wake up and say bye. A one-eyed, one-horn, flying purple people.